cut.
I cut the grass every month. I cut the grass last week.
You cut the grass every month.
That's right. I cut it last week.
Coming in at number 3 on the list is the painful sounding word, hit.
I always hit people. I hit someone yesterday.
Do you ever hit people?
Yes, I always hit people. I even hit someone yesterday. I'm a boxer.
Even more painful sounding is our 4th word, hurt.
Sometimes, I hurt myself when I'm not careful. I hurt my finger last Monday. Sometimes I hurt myself when I'm not careful. For example, I hurt my finger last Monday.
Ow! 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 Ow!
The next word on our list, at number 5, is the small but agreeable word, let.
Our mother always lets us watch TV after we finish our homework. Yesterday, our mother let us watch TV after we finished our homework. Hey, wake up! Don't forget, Mom let us watch TV after we finished our homework yesterday.
Okay, hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Alan. Hello, Marco, Magda. Hello, Carla.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Hello, how are you? Today is very cold, right? It is very, very cold today.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon, Marcela. How are you? The verbs that you were watching are verbs that have no change in the past. So this is a list of verbs that have no change. So, for instance, you have the verb hurt, which is lastimar, and the past is hurt. And the past participle is hurt too. So, hurt, hurt. These are the verbs that have no change. In the video you were watching those verbs. Era una lista de unos 10 videos que habían visto, que estaban viendo, que lo voy a poner en el WhatsApp si es necesario. Son verbos que no cambian en su pasado. For example, beat, beat, beaten, well, no, cut, 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 for example, that's one. Another is hit, hit, hit. Then we have hurt, hurt, hurt. So the present is hurt, the past tense is hurt, and the past participle is hurt too. So these are verbs that have no change. That was the video about. Okay. So today, what do we have to do today? Today we have to keep reviewing our exercises in the past. Consequently, let's get comfortable and we are going to start right now. Obviously, I released through WhatsApp some documents for the presentation. The presentation consists of simple present tense, so you can talk about your routine and you can discuss things about your present, your daily life. And some people were sending me, like, can you correct, please, this, Reynaldo, or teacher, can you correct this? And I checked this. Usually these are very good presentations. I generally wake up at 7, blah, 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 like that. Consequently, today I can check some more presentations and then we will have the ending, the deadline tomorrow. You can present your videos until tomorrow. Okay, so there are 5 documents, son 5 documentos modelo que les he presentado. Uno que ya está en el Flipgrid y otro que puse en el WhatsApp. También hay modelos escritos y las formas en las cuales podemos introducir nuestra rutina. Like, for example, first, second, then, after that, last, and so forth. Well, those pages are pieces of advice for you to arrange your presentation. Okay, so that is about the presentation. Well, and that's it. Today we will have a look at the last part of our review of the past form. Now I'm going to get it ready. Just give me a couple of minutes, please, or 30 seconds. I have to check the place where we finished. Okay, and here we are. Well, this is the last part of our previous presentation of the lesson. If you remember, this was the last page that we practiced last time. Do you remember? Yes, this was the last part of our presentation, to remember some of the most common verbs. So, do you remember the verbs that we have here? What are the past forms of these verbs? We have the verb build, which is construir. The simple past is built, and the past participle is built. Great. So let's keep working with the next. What about the next? What about the verb new? If this is the simple past of the verb is now, and the past participle of this verb is non, right? Non. Conocer, saber. Then we have the verb met in the past participle. What's the present tense of this verb? The verb is conocer, encontrar. The present is? Yes, sir. The present is meet. The simple past is met. Meet, met, met. Conocer, encontrar. Encontrarse con alguien. Right? The next verb in our list is sing, cantar. The past form is sang, and the past participle is sang. Okay, cantar. The next verb in our list is the verb dejar, partir. So you can say partí, partí de viaje, dejé mi carrera, dejé la universidad, dejé a un niño, whatever. Dejar or partir, right? Leave is the present form, the past form is left, and the past participle is left too. Then we have the verb said. The past participle of this verb is said. The verb is decir. The present is say. The simple past is said. So it's say, said, said. The next verb is win, ganar. Ganar, ganar la lotería, ganar una competencia. So win, the past simple is one, the pronunciation is similar to number one. Win, one, one. The participle is one, two. Win, one, one. The next verb means olvidarse, olvidar. The present form of this verb is forget, forgot, and the participle is forgotten. Next, we have in our list, the verb ir, which is go. You know that the simple past of go is went. Go, went, gone. The next verb is read. The simple past is read. Only the pronunciation changes. The spelling is the same. So you write the same R-E-A-D. The past is the same R-E-A-D, but the pronunciation is a little different. The present is read. The past is read, like the color red, similar to that. Red and red is the past participle too. Next, we have the verb dibujar. How do you say dibujar? Well, here's the verb. Draw. The past, the simple past is drew, and the participle is drawn. Draw, drew, drawn. Next in our list is the verb venir. So as you can see, the present come is similar to the participle come. Come, come. But the simple past is came. Came. Okay, so now we have this list of verbs. Consequently, we have to keep moving to the next part of our lesson. Good. Now we are going to do the final review of the was, were verb. You know the past simple, that the past simple of the verb to be is was, were. You know, in the present we have am, is, are, and in the past we have was and were. So if you say I am in the present, you say I was in the past. I am a teacher, I was a student. He is a doctor, he was a student. We are friends, we were school friends. Present and past. Tom is at school today. Tom was at home yesterday. So you see here, in the example, we are using the present and the past form of the verb to be. Tom is at school today, now, at this moment, or these days today, and Tom was at home yesterday. So you can give examples about this. You can say, for instance, I am at home at 5 today, at 6 today. I was in the street, I was at the university at 6 yesterday. Well, something like that, you know. Is becomes was. Yes. Okay. Now, we are at school today. We are at school today. This is the present form. To change it into the past, we have to change it to the form were. We are at school today, present. We were at home yesterday, past. So here we have the forms of the construction of the present of the verb to be. You see, as you can see, I am, okay? In the present, you say I am, he is, she is, it is. And the negatives, remember, I am not, he is not, she is not, it is not. They are the present forms of these verbs in the present form. We and you and they in the present are, remember, we are, you are, and they are. Negative forms, we aren't, you aren't, and they aren't. And we have one example. I am at school today, he is not at school today. We are at school today, they aren't at school today. So affirmative and negatives, but this is past. Esto es ya lo que hemos visto hace tiempo. What happens now to the past form? In the past, we do the same. With the same box, I, he, she, it, use the form was. I am turns into I was. He is, she is, it is, turns into I was. So this is, easier now. And the negative form is I was not. He was not, she was not, contracted to wasn't. Yo no era, yo no estaba. Él no era, él no estaba, etc. And we, you, and they, that in the present where we are, you are, they are, in the past become you were, they were. And the negative form is were not. Were not contracted to weren't. So you say, I was at school yesterday, estaba en el colegio. I wasn't at school yesterday, no estaba en el colegio. He was at school, he was at home, he was in the office, estaba en la oficina. He wasn't in the office, no estaba en la oficina. The same for the plural forms, for we, you, and they. We were at school yesterday. We were at the office yesterday. Estábamos en la oficina. We were not in the office yesterday. No estábamos en la oficina. So this is the review of was and were in the past. When we talk about past, we use was and were, or negative wasn't and weren't. You have one example here. I was at school yesterday. For I, he, she, and it, we use was and wasn't. You can see one example here. She wasn't at home yesterday. She was outside. Okay? For he, we, they, we use were or the negative weren't. Example, they weren't at home last week. No estaban en casa la semana pasada. You know that in the simple past, we have to use time references. In this case, we're using last week. They were on holiday. Estaban de vacaciones. So they weren't at home. Now look at this comparison. Water was cold. El agua estaba fría. Now it is hot. Look at this, the comparison. Huh? Water was cold. Now it's hot. So we compare two things to review, to check this change of the present and past form of the verb to be. El agua estaba fría, ahora está caliente. Now we do the same. They were hard. This is cheese, huh? Estaban duros. They were hard. Now they are soft. Ahora están suaves. Because of the temperature, you know. Estaban duros, ahora están suaves. So that was cheese. Estaban duros. Now they are soft because you're cooking them. Okay. The weather wasn't cold. The weather wasn't cold. Last week, the weather wasn't cold. El clima no estaba frío la semana pasada. In the past one, the weather wasn't cold. But now, it's cold. The weather was, the weather wasn't, but now it is not cold. Now it's cold in the past, unfortunately. Puppies, these are little dogs. Puppies weren't big, plural form, and they weren't. They were not big. Now they are big. Look at the second picture. They were not big, no eran grandes, pero ahora son grandes. They are big. That is the contrast of the verb to be past and present. For questions, okay, in the present, do you remember? We did this. Para hacer las preguntas, saben qué hacíamos, ¿no? Alternábamos, la poníamos al revés, en la partícula del verbo to be. Am I? Is he? Is she? Is it? Are you? Are we? Are they? You remember this. Ya recuerdan esto cuando lo habíamos hecho en el presente, al principio de clases. Now, the past is similar. Como es el verbo to be, también, solo que usamos las partículas del pasado del verbo to be. Was I, was he, was she, was it. En otras palabras, era, estaba. He, was he, era él, estaba él. Was she, era ella, estaba ella. Was it, era, estaba. Were we, éramos o estábamos. Were you, eras, estabas. Were you, eran ustedes, estaban ustedes. Were they, eran, estaban ellos at school yesterday. So this is the verb to be. The verb to be is ser or estar, right? And the past is the same. Era, estaba, depending on the person. And we have the short answers. Ya para terminar estos repasos del verbo to be en el pasado, was he at home yesterday? Como en el verbo to be del presente, are you? Yes, I am. Is he? Yes, he is. Is she? Yes, she is. Is he? No, he isn't. Is she? No, she isn't. The same form is used in the past. Was he at home yesterday? ¿Estaba en casa? Yes, he was. Was. You see? Was. Or you say negatively, no, he wasn't. So try to remember that always we use the same particle. We use part of the answer in the question. You say, see, was he at home yesterday? Yes, he was. Or negative, double negative. No, he wasn't. Okay? Part of the question is in the answer. Frequently this happens. And then you say, were you at home yesterday? Were you? Because you were, you are in the present, you were in the past. It's never possible to say, was you? No, that doesn't exist. Were you at home yesterday? And part of the answer is here, yes, you were. Or negatively, no, double negative, no, you weren't. No, you were not. Okay. You see, that is the form that we repeat. And where, the where form. Okay, here we have a story to illustrate the use of the past of the verb to be. This is a little story about Bob and Bill. One day, Bill was hungry. Un día Bill estaba hambriento. No, Bill is hungry now, but one day in the past, Bill was hungry. And Bob was hungry too. Bob was. He is present. He was hungry too. Estaba hambriento también. Okay, look at Fred. Fred was in the park. Fred was in the park. Negative form. He wasn't hungry. Okay, he was not hungry. Bob was hungry, the other dog was hungry, but Fred was not hungry. Now we have three more dogs, and even 4 more dogs. Chuck, Teddy, Benji, and Beethoven were also in the park. ¿Por qué estamos ilustrando otros? Para pluralizar, para no usar was, Bob was, Benji was. Now we are using plural form. Chuck, Ted, Benji, and Beethoven, they were in the park too. They were also. Also means también. They were also in the park. Okay, and they, Chuck, Ted, Benji, and Beethoven, they weren't hungry. They were not hungry. I am hungry. You are hungry. De hambre. He is hungry. They were hungry, but in this case, negative. They were not hungry. No estaban de hambre. No tenían hambre. They were. Okay. Let's see. They weren't hungry. They were happy. They were happy. Affirmative, negative, affirmative. Estaban felices. Eran felices. So you see, soon we were in the park too. Soon we were in the park. Pronto estuvimos en el parque. We were fast and we were hungry. Estábamos rápidamente y estábamos todavía de hambre. And we were hungry. Estar, ser. But in the past, huh? You see, there was a chest in the sandbox. There was a chest in the sandbox. There was. ¿Recuerdan? There is, I, in the past, there was, había. There was a chest, había un cofre in the sandbox, en la caja de arena. There was a chest in the sandbox. It was full of bones. Estaba, past of the verb to be, estaba, llena de huesos. It was full of bones. Está is, it is. Estaba, it was full of bones. Bones for everyone, huesos para todos. Okay, and they were delicious. They were delicious. Okay, there was a bone for Bob. There is I. In the past, there was, había. There was a bone for Bob, había un hueso para Bob, and one for Ted. One bone, there was a bone for Bob, there was a bone for Ted, and one for Fred. So there were many bones. Bones everywhere. And they were good. They are good, están bien. They were good, estaban bien, estaban buenos. They were good. Okay. The friends were never more hungry. The friends, los amigos, were, estaban, no estaban, nunca más estuvieron hambrientos, de hambre. The friends were never more hungry. Okay, so that is the form of the verb to be in the past. Now, you try. Look at these exercises here. Okay. I were at home yesterday. I wasn't at home yesterday. I were at home. Which is correct? Can you tell me, please? I wasn't. Exactly.
Wasn't.
I wasn't. I were? No, impossible. You know, I'm going, no, it doesn't work. I weren't? No, it's impossible, you know. I wasn't at home yesterday. No estaba en casa. Because I was, he was, she was, it was. Number two, I wasn't at home yesterday. No estaba en casa ayer. ¿Dónde estaba? Yes, I was at school. Exactly.
What?
Yes, very good. Lucia, I was at school. I was happy because my friends at school too. I wasn't happy because my friends at school. I was happy or I wasn't happy.
I was.
I was happy. Estaba alegre porque mis amigos estaban en el colegio también. Okay. I was. Yes, I was happy. Estaba feliz. ¿Por qué? Because my friends. Elia, you're right. Because my friends were. Plural. Because my friends were at school too. They wasn't, they were, they weren't happy too. Yeah, they were. They were happy too. Ellos también estaban felices. They were happy too. Okay, so here we have the idea of was, wasn't, were, weren't. I wasn't at home yesterday. No estaba en casa. I was at school. Estaba en el colegio. I was happy. Estaba feliz because my friends were at school too. Porque mis amigos estaban en el colegio también. They were happy too. Y ellos también estaban felices. Okay, so we have one idea. Now here you have another example. Tom in the playground last week. Playground is el patio de juegos. En el parque. En el patio de juegos. Okay, so Tom was, wasn't, or were, according to the picture.
Wasn't. Will.
Tom no estaba, pero parece que eso estaba. A ver, Tom wasn't. No. Tom were. Were no puede ser, porque were es para we, you, they. Tom is he. Tom was. Yeah! Okay, Tom was in the playground last week. He was with his dad. Estaba con su papá. Look at the picture. Yes. No estaba con su papá. No. He was. Affirmative. Yeah! He was with his father, with his dad. Tom's mom was in the playground, wasn't in the playground, were in the playground. ¿Estaba la mamá? Tom's mom were in the playground, wasn't. Tom's mom. Tom's mom is she, por si acaso. Es she. She was. Tiene que ser she was or she wasn't. Pero aquí no estaba. So, yeah! Tom's mom, she wasn't. Tom's mom wasn't in the playground. Tom was on the slide. Slide is resbalín. Slide means resbalín. So Tom was not on the slide. No estaba en el resbalín. Yeah! Correct. Tom wasn't on the slide. He was on the wing, was on the swing, wasn't on the swing. Swing means columpio. Columpio, on the swing. The swing is columpio.
He was on the swing.
Yeah!
He was.
Exactly. He was on the swing. Good. Now, check. Sally and Tom, this is plural now. Okay, Sally and Tom was, wasn't, were in the zoo last weekend. Yes, Elia, you are right. Magda, correct. Sally and Tom is they. Si interpretamos nosotros a Sally and Tom, diríamos que ellos son they, ellos. ¿No es cierto? Tiene que ser forma plural. They. Consequently, we have to use the correct form. Sally and Tom were. La única forma plural is were.
Yeah!
Sally and Tom were in the zoo last weekend. They was elephants. There were elephants. There was elephants. There weren't elephants. Yes. There were elephants in the zoo. There were elephants. Habían elefantes. There are, present, hay, plural. There were, past, plural. Habían. Había, right? They was, they were, they weren't. Huge is gigantes, grandes, muy grandes. Yes?
They were.
They were.
Yeah!
They were huge. They were huge. But the children, pero los niños, scared means de miedo. Temerosos. But the children were scared. ¿Estaban de miedo? No, no estaban de miedo. But the children weren't scared because they were in the cages, right? It was great. It wasn't great. It were great. Great, grandioso, fenomenal, genial. So, the experience was great.
Yeah!
It was great. Yes. Now, we have another example here. Good. Yesterday, look at the picture, look at the graphic. Yesterday it was, it wasn't, it were snowy. Snowy, estaba nevando. ¿Ves?
No veo.
Yesterday it was, yes.
Yeah.
It was snowy, estaba nevando, estaba con nieve. It was hot, it wasn't hot. It were hot. Hot, caliente, de calor, hacía calor. It was hot. It was hot. No, si estaba nevando, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't hot. But the boys, pero los niños, tristes. But the boys, excuse me, but the boys weren't sad.
Yeah.
No estaban tristes. But the boys weren't sad. They happy, felices. Yes, exactly, Willie, Marta.
Yeah.
They were happy. The children was in the garden, weren't in the garden, were in the garden. Which is correct? The children was in the garden, weren't in the garden, were in the garden.
Was in the garden.
Was. No, was. Was is for one. The children is los niños, plural. So they were in the garden.
Yeah.
The children were in the garden. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so we was in the street. We were in the street last Monday. We weren't in the street last Monday. Estábamos en la calle. Yes. Okay. We were in the street last Monday.
Yeah.
It wasn't quiet. It were quiet. It weren't quiet. It solamente funciona con uno solo. No estaba tranquilo. Quiet means tranquilo.
Yeah.
It wasn't quiet. Noisy. Very noisy. Muy ruidoso. It was, it wasn't, it were. Yes, correct, Elia. Dalila, correct.
Yeah.
It was very noisy. Estaba muy ruidoso. It was very noisy. There was, were, weren't many cars. Many cars is plural. Había muchos carros. Plural. There were, there was, there weren't.
There were.
There were. You can see embedded in la figura.
Yeah.
There were many cars. Yes. There some lorries too. También habían algunos camiones. Yes. There were.
Yeah.
There were some lorries too. Okay. Good. Now look at this. What time is it now? Now it is 6 p.m. But in the past, it is or it was? It was or it were?
It was.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was 7 o'clock. Tony were in bed or Tony was in bed?
Tony was in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony was in bed. Estaba en la cama. He was happy. He wasn't happy. He weren't happy. Look at the picture.
Was.
Yeehaw.
No.
He wasn't happy. Negative. No estaba feliz. Look at the picture. Pueden fijarse. He wasn't happy. He weren't. He was. He wasn't asleep. Asleep means dormido. Dormido.
He was.
He was asleep. No, no estaba dormido.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't asleep. No estaba dormido. Pero sí estaba de sueño. But he, very sleepy, muy de sueño. But he, no estaba de sueño, o sí estaba.
Yeah.
Yes, he was very sleepy. Exactly. Okay. Conversation. In the park yesterday. Yes?
Yeah.
I was in the park yesterday. The person answers. The other boy answers. Really? Was it good? Wasn't it good? Were it good? Yes. Was
Yeah.
it? ¿Estaba bien? Was it good? Yes, it. Obviously. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was great. Yes, it was great. Was there your friends? Were there your friends? Weren't there your friends?
Where did you stay?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, Veronica. Were there your friends? ¿Estaban allí tus amigos? No, they.
No,
negative.
no, they were I the why?
No, they.
Huh.
Negative.
Yeah.
No, they weren't. I was with my dog. I wasn't with my dog.
I
I
was.
were with my dog.
Yeah.
I was with my dog. Yo estaba con mi perro. Yes. Good. Okay. Good. Very, very good. Okay. Now I have to turn into something else. Okay, I have to share something else with you, and I'm going to prepare my worksheet for 10 exercises. Okay, let me arrange something. We are going to practice something together. Vamos a practicar juntos. Okay, here you are. There you have one worksheet. Here you have one exercise. The exercise, we can work on 10 exercises first, okay? 10 exercises first. Let me move this until number 10. Write the sentences in the past simple form. Number 1, he goes to bed early. In the past, he went to bed early. It's only transferring to the past. Present, we don't like onions. In the past, we didn't like onions. If you have questions for vocabulary, just ask me. He goes to bed early. Early means temprano. So he goes to bed early. Se va a la cama temprano. We don't like onions. No nos gustan las cebollas. Past, we didn't like onions. No nos gustaban las cebollas. Number 3, Stuart lives in Vancouver. What's the past form? Yes. Stuart lived. Exactly. Yes, Elia. Stuart lived in Vancouver. Yes. So I'm going to take some time to write here only the verb. Only the verb. Stuart lived. Stuart lived in Vancouver. Okay. Now, what comes next? Does she exercise? In the present. Does she exercise? Do you exercise? Does he exercise? Does she exercise? Present. In the past? Yes. Did she exercise? Did she exercise? Exactly. Very good. Did she exercise? Good. Now, I hate cooking. I hate cooking. In the past, odio cocinar. The verb is hate.
I was
Hate,
cooking. I
como ven, aquí no tiene nada que ver el verbo to be. I hated cooking. Odiaba cocinar. No tenemos el verbo to be. Estamos haciendo ahora ya un repaso de todo, en realidad, en general. Tanto los otros verbos como el verbo to be. Ya terminamos ahora con el verbo to be. Ahora hacemos un repaso de ejercicios de los otros verbos. So, I hate cooking. Past, I hated cooking. They play video games. They play video games. Play is a regular verb. Es un verbo regular.
you play it. Play it.
Yes, they played video games. He knows the answer. He knows the answer. Sabe la respuesta. Él sabe la respuesta. He knew the answer. Correct. He knew the answer. Very good, Lucia. And Elia too. I forget his name. Me olvido de su nombre. Olvido su nombre. The past of forget, olvidar, is forgot. Yo olvidé su nombre. I forgot his name. Yes, I forgot his name. Very good. They don't study history in the present. No estudian historia. They don't study history. Past, they didn't study. Yes, they didn't study history. They didn't study history. Do they drive? ¿Manejan ellos? ¿Manejan ellos? Do they drive? In the past, excuse me, did they? Yes. Did they drive? Yes, did they drive? Okay, these are the finished exercises. Okay, now I'm going to move to the next 10 exercises. Okay, now from 11 to 20. Jenny works at a hotel, is present. No necesito interpretar nada porque ustedes saben lo que significa la opción. Jenny works at a hotel in the present. And in the past is?
Work it. Work
Yes.
it.
Jenny worked. Worked. No olviden la pronunciación. Worked. No hay worker. El ed no se escucha, más que en algunas excepciones. Okay, Jenny worked at a hotel.
Work it.
Worked. Podemos repetir nosotros las dos oraciones, ¿ok? Jenny works at a hotel. Jenny worked at a hotel. Trabaja en un hotel, trabajaba. O trabajó. ¿Ok? Jenny worked at a hotel. Ahora, ustedes si son bastante veloces, pueden hacer también las oraciones alternativas. Jenny works at a hotel. Question. Pueden convertir inmediatamente en pregunta. Does Jenny work at a hotel? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Where does Jenny work? Okay, past. Jenny worked at a hotel. Past. Question. Did Jenny work at a hotel? Yes, she did. Negative. No, she didn't. Where did Jenny work? She worked at a restaurant. Okay, esa es una buena práctica que tienen que hacer a menudo en cuantas veces sea posible. Okay. Obviamente, estos ejercicios que estamos haciendo ahora son mecánicos, pero cuando vayamos al módulo 6 vamos a practicarlos más en conversación. Do you swim? Do you swim? Yes, do you swim? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Where do you swim? Past. Do you swim? Yes. Did you swim? Nadaste. Did you swim? Nadaste. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. We don't like the movie. No nos gusta la película. We don't like the movie. In the past, no nos gustó la película. We didn't like the movie. Okay. Yes, very good, Elia. We didn't like the movie. Where do you live? Where do you live? Where do you live now? ¿Dónde vives ahora? Where do you live? Hagan, in your mind, en su mente, hagan la respuesta. Where do you live? I live in La Paz, I live in Sopocachi, I live in Buenos Aires, etc. Where do you live? But in the past, where did you live? Yes, where did you live? ¿Dónde vivías? ¿Dónde viviste? Right? Where did you live? He doesn't drink tea. He doesn't drink tea. No toma té. No toma té. How do you say no tomaba té? No tomaba té o no tomó té. Yes, he didn't drink tea. He didn't drink tea. Okay, now next sentence. They start class at 8. They start class at 8. Empiezan las clases a las 8. Okay. They start class at 8. Empiezan a las 8. In the past, they started, porque es un verbo regular. Started. They started class at 8. Comenzaron a las 8. They started class at 8. Yes, very good. Does he eat breakfast? Does he eat breakfast? Toma desayuno. Toma desayuno every day. In the past, ¿tomó desayuno? Did he eat breakfast? Did he eat breakfast? Did he eat breakfast this morning? You can change. Podemos sustituir ese he con una persona. Les preguntar, ¿tu hermano tomó el desayuno? Did your brother eat breakfast? ¿Tu papá almorzó? Did your father eat lunch? Yes. Number 18. I don't run fast. No corro rápido. In the past, no corría rápido. Yes, I didn't run fast. No corría rápidamente. Okay. He has a car. He has a car. He has a car. Pedro has a car. Raúl has a car. Now, tiene un coche ahora. ¿Y cómo decimos tenía un coche? He had. Excuse me. He had. Yes? Yes. He had a car. Good. Do you enjoy sports? Do you enjoy sports? ¿Te gustan? ¿Disfrutas los deportes? In the past, ¿te gustaban los deportes? ¿Disfrutabas hacer deporte? Did you enjoy? No tienen que cambiar el verbo al pasado cuando ya es pregunta, porque el auxiliar ya es suficiente. Did you enjoy? Did you enjoy sports? No, never did you enjoy it. Huh? Okay, very good. This is good exercise. Okay, good. Good work, guys. So we'll keep reviewing. Let me see whatever you have. Now, I am going to ask some questions to you. And you can put your answers in the chat box, or you can answer me freely through the microphone. It's up to you. I will read you the questions and you will answer them. What did you do yesterday? What did you do yesterday? Okay. Okay, Angelica. I accept your answer. What did you do yesterday?
I am swim
Yeah,
yesterday.
I went. Okay, I
Swim
went to the
yesterday.
movies. Yes, I went to the movies. I cooked. I watched TV. What did you do yesterday? Carla, what did you do yesterday? Alan, what did you do yesterday?
I played computer games.
Okay, what computer games did you play? Did you play Dota? Okay. Question, Dennis. Dennis, what did you play? What did you do yesterday? Dennis, what did you do yesterday? Elia, what did you do yesterday?
I played in the children.
Okay, I played with my children. Question number two. What time did you go to bed last night? What time did you go to bed last night? Veronica, what time did you go to bed last night? What time did you go to bed last night?
Teacher, no lo escucho bien.
Okay, what time did you go to bed last night? Lo que voy a hacer es para que tengamos más facilidad de ver lo que estoy preguntándoles, voy a hacer la pregunta o voy a compartir el documento que estoy usando para esto. Okay, good. Very good. Well, what time did you go to bed last night? What time did you go to bed last night? Okay, question number two. What time did you go to bed last night, Veronica?
No, lo siento, teacher, porque tampoco veo la pantalla, no sale bien. No veo, lo veo entre puntos.
Ok, very good. A veces hay ese problema que tenemos con el compartir recursos porque no se nota si es que es muy pequeña la letra. Ok, a ver si es que así pueden algunos notar. Very good. Now, Gladys, question number two. What time did you go to bed last night? Okay. For you, who is in class today? Dalila. Question number three. What time did you get up this morning?
I am 7 o'clock.
Okay, I got up. Usen el pasado del verbo. I got up at 7 o'clock this morning. Okay. Question number four. Magda. Magda. What did you have for breakfast this morning? What did you have for breakfast this morning? Okay. Eric, are you here? Eric, question number 4. What did you have for breakfast this morning? What did you eat for breakfast this morning? Number 5, question number 5. What time did you arrive in class today? Angelica, what time did you arrive in class today?
At 5:30, teacher.
Excuse me?
At 5:30, teacher.
Okay, I
5:30.
arrived at 5:30. I arrived at 5:30. Very good. I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to revise that, review that in the future. Okay. Okay, look at this exercise now. I'm going to share another exercise with you. Please take a look at this. Now here. Okay, here you can see another exercise. Good. I'm going to show you some mistakes. Voy a mostrarles algunos errores en lo que tenemos de oraciones, okay? For example, they eat dinner at 6 o'clock yesterday. They eat dinner at 6 o'clock yesterday. There's a mistake, hay un error. The correct form is, they ate dinner at 6 o'clock yesterday. They ate. Number 2. Who can tell me what is incorrect in number 2? Did Maria drive to work this morning? ¿Pueden detectar el error? Yes, Jenny. Yes, Jenny. Did Maria drive to work this morning? Did Maria drive to work this morning? Correct. Sentence number 3. I not finished my homework last night. There is a problem with this sentence. What is the problem? I not finished my homework last night. I am not finished, no. Yes, Angelica. Angelica. Yes, Angelica, that's good. Yes. I didn't finish my work last night. Very good. Look at number 4. Did you busy last Monday? Busy means ocupado. Did you busy last Monday? Yes, what's the question? Lucia, you are right. Did you busy? It's not correct, huh? Estabas ocupado. Were you busy last Monday? Were you busy last Monday? Did you? Busy is not a verb, no es un verbo. Entonces tenemos que utilizar la forma to be. Were you busy last Monday? Okay, check this, please. Was she buy a new car yesterday? Estos son errores típicos que todos cometemos. Es por eso que podemos dedicarle un poco de concentración a esto, ya que son los errores que podríamos cometer al escribir nuestro inglés. Ya que el pasado trae algunos problemas más. Was she buy a new car yesterday? Was she buy a new car yesterday? The verb is buy. Yes. Exactly. Was she buy? The verb to be is not good here. Aquí no va el verbo to be. Did she buy a new car yesterday? That is the correct form. Sentence number 6. I wanted to went to Montreal 2 years ago. I wanted to went. Aquí tenemos una oración típica de doble verbo. Here you have I wanted, yo quería, to went, dos verbos. Pero cuando utilizamos dos verbos, como en este caso like to, want to, need to y otro verbo, solo uno cambia a su pasado. Y tiene que ser el verbo principal. So what is the correct form? Yes, Alan and Elia. The correct answer is I wanted to go. I wanted to go to Montreal 2 years ago. Great. Number 7. Was you late for the meeting? What is the problem with this sentence? Was you late for the meeting? Late is atrasado. Was you late for the meeting? Para la reunión. Yes, Lucia and Elia. Was you late for the meeting? ¿Estabas retrasado? Were you? Porque you va con, no va con was. You go, you works with were. Were you late for the meeting? Number 8. Who did you talk to? What is the problem with number 8? Yes, correct, Willie. Correct, Willie. Americo, yes. Okay. Who did you talk to? Si utilizamos el auxiliar did, el verbo tiene que ser en su forma base, ya no en pasado. Who did you talk to? Raquel, excellent. You too. Very good. Look at this exercise now. Where was you staying in Washington? Where was you staying in Washington? Which is the verb? Locate the verb. Localicen el verbo principal. Where were you stay? Estaría bien que digamos, where were you stay? ¿Dónde estabas quedar? No. Where were you stay? No, Américo, no, Angélica. Where were you stay? Si ya lo han hecho muy mecánico. El verbo principal es, where was you? Está bien. Where was you? Where were you? Yo sé que you va con where, pero no es el verbo principal, el verbo to be. El verbo principal es el verbo quedarse. Okay? Stay.
Where
Okay?
did
Exactly. ¿Dónde te quedaste? ¿Dónde te alojaste en Washington? Eliminamos el was y tenemos que poner un auxiliar en ese lugar. Where did you stay in Washington? Claro que yo entiendo que pues, si pudiésemos hacer otra oración que indique más o menos esto, que sí también es correcta. ¿Eh? Where were you? Where were you? ¿Dónde estabas? Y tal vez podemos decir, where were you in Washington? ¿Dónde estabas en Washington? Pues, ¿en qué hotel estabas? Where were you in Washington? Pero aquí tenemos el verbo stay. Parece que ese es el principal. Consequently, the answer is different. Good. The question is, where did you stay in Washington? Number 10. I was read that book last year. I was read that book last year. I was. Después de was tiene que haber un buen complemento para decir yo era, yo estaba. Pero aquí parece que el verbo principal es read, read. I was read that book last year. So, what is the correct form? Okay, no answers. Cuando se trata de una oración afirmativa, necesitamos solamente un verbo, ¿no es cierto? No auxiliares. Una respuesta, Verónica, una respuesta afirmativa no recibe did. Una oración afirmativa. I did read a book last year. Por el momento no. Hay una excepción en la cual sí podemos usar el did con una respuesta. I read solamente, ¿no es cierto? Eliminaremos esto, ¿qué les parece? Ok. I read that book last year. The past of read is read. I was, ya no justifica su presencia. Consequently, you can say simply, I read that book last year. You eliminate the was form. Okay, correct. Number 11. Check number 11 and number 12, please. 11 says, John flew to Argentina last week. John flew to Argentina last week. Apparently, there is no problem with this sentence, but there is a little problem. What is the problem with this sentence? Exactly. Yes, Angelica and Lucia. Fly is not a regular verb. Fly is irregular. Consequently, the past is flew. Magda, you're right too. John flew to Argentina last week. Correct. And number 12? He weren't at home last night. No estaba en casa anoche. Él. He weren't at home last night. What's the problem with this sentence? Yes? Exactly. We don't use were with terceras personas. We use was, right? So, he wasn't at home last night is the correct form. Yes, Americo. Yes, Raquel. You are right. Okay. The end, the final exercises now. Please take a look at them. Give me 1 minute, please. Okay. Check the exercises now. Do 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, so the first one is I did not see the movie last weekend. Excellent. Willie, Lucia, and everybody. The right answer is I didn't see the movie last weekend. A negative answer, a negative sentence usually requires the auxiliary in the negative form. Number 14, what do you did last night? Wow, this is not English. What do you did? The auxiliary for the past is did. And you have to alter this. What did you do last night, Willie? Angelica, yes, you're right. What did you do last night? What did you do last night? Yeah? Did they have a good time at the party? Number 15. Did they have a good time at the party? obviously. You never say has, tercera persona, with they, con they nunca usamos. Y además en el pasado no hay terceras personas, esta oración está completamente errada. So, did they have a good time at the party? Exactly, Alison. Yeah, and number 16, please. Did you in class yesterday? Yeah, no. That's a terrible problem. Did you? El did estaría ayudando a qué verbo? No hay ningún verbo. Eliminamos el did y le ponemos un were you. Were you in class yesterday? Very good. Okay, excellent. Now give me 1 minute, please. Verb tenses, basic. Okay. Well, my dear friends, what about the future form of the verb? ¿Alguien tuvo problemas con el uso del futuro de los verbos? Porque eso también ya lo vieron en el anterior módulo y se sigue usando en este módulo. The future form of the verbs. Well, I'm going to do a simple review. Voy a hacer una revisión simple y sencilla. The future of the verbs. Okay. La forma futura es bastante sencilla. Okay, so the future form of the verb is using only the form will. Lo único que tenemos que utilizar para el futuro es usar el tiempo, el auxiliar will. Okay, the auxiliary will plus a verb, más un verbo. Okay, I am going to repeat it. For the future form of the verb, for the future. Hay varios tipos de futuro, por si acaso, pero esto se llama el futuro simple, the future simple. For the future simple, we use the formula will for all the persons. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, con toditos. They will plus a verb in the simple form. Cuando digo más un verbo, el verbo no tiene que estar en ninguna forma más que en su forma base. Future simple. Ese es el futuro simple. Okay? So, for example, I can say, let's say, I, you, he, they. Voy a resumir a esos cuatro el futuro. So, I use will, and a verb, y un verbo, cualquiera sea, ¿ok? Go, por ejemplo. Y obviamente el complemento va a tener que ser lo que necesite el verbo. Por ejemplo, to the movies. En este caso hay un complemento que puede ayudar al verbo, un objeto, un complemento, lo que quieran. I will go to the movies. Si usamos el verbo estudiar, I will study, you will study, he will study, todo lo que quieran. Y si es que quieren ponerle algo al study, ya depende de si el verbo lo necesita o no. Por ejemplo, travel. I will travel. Yo viajaré. You will travel. Tú viajarás. He will travel. Lo bueno del futuro es que no hay terceras personas ni nada por el estilo. ¿Ok? Viajaré, viajarás, viajaremos, viajarán. Igual, como en el presente de todos los verbos, hay 5 conjugaciones en el español, hasta 6 en España. ¿Ok? Viajaré, viajarás, etc. But in English, it's will and the verb. And that's all. Es will y el verbo. Y eso es todo. Y será futuro ya. Will you go? I will. He will he? Will she? Obviamente, en vez del he pueden utilizar, en vez del sujeto, en vez del pronombre pueden utilizar el nombre. Carlos will travel. Si dicen Carlos will travel, la oración está completa. Carlos viajará. Si quieren utilizar un complemento, Carlos will travel to Santa Cruz. A veces hay verbos que necesitan un objeto, otros verbos que necesitan un complemento, un lugar, un adverbio, ya la oración depende de cómo se la estructura. Pero lo importante es que el futuro es un tiempo muy sencillo de utilizar. ¿Ok? So, for the question, ¿qué hacemos para las preguntas? Bueno, para la pregunta simplemente alteramos el orden como en el verbo to be. Por eso es que el verbo to be lo ponemos siempre al principio. Nos enseña mucho a hacer. In English, so you will say in English. It will be, will, excuse me. Will I, will you, will he, will she, will we, will they, etc. Will they, and a verb. And a verb. Okay. Do you remember? Do you speak English? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does he speak English? Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. Did, para el pasado. Did you come yesterday? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Terceras personas usan el mismo auxiliar. Did she study English? Yes, she did. No, she didn't. ¿A qué me voy con esto? Que utilizamos el auxiliar para la pregunta, para la respuesta con el verbo to be, sus auxiliares o su verbo. Con el do y does, su auxiliar, las respuestas cortas. Con el pasado, did, su auxiliar. Yes, he did. No, he didn't. No, yes, I did. No, I didn't. Para el will sucederá lo mismo. Will you come tomorrow? Yes, I will. Or, no, I won't. No, I will not. No, I won't. Will she study in New York? ¿Estudiará en Nueva York? Will she study in New York? Yes, she will. Or, no, she won't. No, she will not. Okay, so I'm going to place here. Will I is the question, right? Esto era para hacer la pregunta. Excuse me. Here is to the question. Will you come tomorrow? Yes. Excuse me. Yes, comma, I will. Yes, I will. The negative form will be no, I will not. Este will not lo vamos a contraer a una forma fácil, won't. En el inglés estamos acostumbrados a contraer muchas cosas, ¿no? Yes, I will. No, I will not. No, I won't. Y así sucesivamente. Yes, he will. No, he won't. Yes, she will. No, she won't. Y será ya futuro. Ojo, que este futuro es viajaré, viajarás, viajará, viajaremos, con cualquier verbo. Iré, irás, etc. ¿Okay? No es la fórmula voy a viajar, que también es otro futuro, ¿no? Ese es otro, para otro rato. Tenemos eso. Okay, consequently, so we have this. This is the future form in English, the will form. Okay, so give me 1 minute to share with you the future form of will. Okay, here you are. I will show you a video on the use of the future form. And here with this video, you will understand what I mean when I say the future. Okay, here you are. I will tell you what happens. The future tense with will is built like this, in this form. For example, I will see a movie tomorrow. I will see a movie tomorrow. I, you, he, she, it, we, they, all the pronouns, all the grammatical persons use the same form. I will see, you will see, he will see, everybody will see a movie. Okay? They will see a movie, they will see a movie next Saturday. Ellos, ellas, they will see, ellos verán. El will lo podemos contraer a apóstrofe double L, ¿ok? I will see, I'll see. You see, the short form of will is apostrophe LL. I'll see a movie, you'll see a movie, he'll see a movie, she'll see a movie, it'll see a movie. My dog is bored. It'll see a movie tonight. Verá una película esta noche. Okay? Now, when we make questions, what do? You look at this. They will see a movie. We change the form of the position of the auxiliary. Will they see a movie? Question. Will you see a movie? Will you go home? Will the sun rise at 6:30 tomorrow? El sol se levantará a las 6:30. Short answers, yes it will. Negative como siempre, doble negativa. No, it will not. Pero ya les dije, podemos contar este no, it will not, and no, it won't. Yes, it will, no, it won't. Pero no hay la forma corta de la afirmativa. ¿Ok? No hay yes, it will. Will our plane arrive on time? Yes, it will. Okay, I'm going to repeat this. Okay. Will the sun rise at 6:30 tomorrow? El sol se levantará a las 6:30 mañana? Yes, it will. Affirmative sentence. Yes, it will. Negative. No, it will not, or no, it won't. Okay, tenemos dos formas para la negativa. No, it will not, no, it won't, que es lo más acostumbrado, no, it won't. Se puede contar la negativa, pero la afirmativa no se puede. Yes, it will, yes, it will, no. Si la respuesta es una respuesta larga o una oración completa afirmativa, sí podemos contraer el will a apostrophe LL. For example, I'll go home. You'll go home. He'll go home. She'll go home. It'll go home. Y así sucesivamente. Pero una respuesta corta no se puede contraer a yes, it'll, yes, I'll, yes, he'll, yes, she'll. No, never. Pero sí la negativa. No, no, I will not. No, I won't. No, you will not. No, you won't. No, he will not. No, he won't. No, it will not. No, it won't. No, they will not. No, they won't. Las negativas sí pueden contraerse, pero respuestas cortas, okay? So that is, now I'll use this example. Will our plane arrive on time? Will our plane arrive on time? Nuestro avión llegará a tiempo. Will our plane arrive on time? Affirmative. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Excuse me. Yes, it will. Okay, excuse me. I have a problem here. Okay. Yes, it will. Will you be busy tomorrow? ¿Estarás ocupada mañana? No, I won't. No, I won't. No, no estaré ocupada mañana. Will you see a movie? Will you see a movie? The verb is see. ¿Verás una película? Will you see a movie? Y cuando usemos las fórmulas, las preguntas con where, when, why, ustedes ya saben, los seis principales y muchos otros más, las ponemos como en todas las preguntas. Where will you see a movie? ¿Dónde verás la película? When will you see a movie? ¿Cuándo verás una peli? Why will you see a movie? ¿Por qué? How will you see a movie? ¿Cómo verás una película? And the answers would be, I will see a movie. For example, where will you see a movie? I will see a movie, or I'll see a movie at Mega Center. When? ¿Cuándo? When will you see a movie? I'll see a movie next weekend. Why? Why will you see a movie? I'll see a movie because I like movies. How? How will you see a movie? I'll see a movie on TV or at the movie theater. Okay, so that is the future form with will. Who will you see a movie with? ¿Con quién verás una película? Who will see a movie? ¿Quién verá una película? What movie will you see? Estas preguntas ya con la práctica vamos a ir viendo la diversidad de posiciones que hay de las partículas o de las preguntas que podamos hacer sobre el futuro. Okay? So, that is the future form of will. Let me see now. Will it be? Okay, now I will share with you another piece of material that you can watch with me. Okay, good. Let me see. Go. Okay, let me see now with you this screen. I'm going to share the document. Oh, where is the document now? Good, here it is. The chart. Here you have a chart that we are going to study for the future form. Okay, let me reduce it so that you can have a look at it. The future with will is like this. Okay, we have different elements for the future form. Here is the chart of the basic form of the will form. I initiate we, they, will, and the complement, and the verb and complement. Negative, I will not. Question, will I, will you, will he, will she? The example is, will you go tomorrow? ¿Irás mañana? Will he go tomorrow? And so forth. Okay, and then I have another position for this. We have the affirmative short answers that are yes, I will, yes, you will, yes, he will, yes, she will, que no se puede encontrar apóstrofe L. And the negative forms. No, I want, no, he won't, no, you won't, etc. Okay. Y lo último que les mostré en el video, poner una pregunta a la pregunta yes, no, con WH question. What, when, where, why, how, and so forth. Okay, so these are some of the elements for the future form. Now, let me arrange for you another example so that you can see. Yes. Okay, here we have a worksheet. The same, esto también obviamente lo van a tener en el Padlet. The future with will is here. You can see here that you have the affirmative, the short forms, and to the right y a la derecha tienen algunas pequeñas notas. Okay, for example, at the end, al final de la nota dice yes, I will, está correcto, pero nunca yes, I'll. Okay, now let's do some exercises y ahora vamos a dedicarnos a hacer algunos ejercicios. So, as to see whether we understand this or not. The movie will start soon. La película va a comenzará pronto. Okay, the movie will start soon. Let's find a seat and sit down. Encontremos un asiento y nos sentamos. Number 2. Simply, will your friend be at a party? Will your friend be at a party? Tu amigo estará en la fiesta. Porque como ven, al añadir el will here, le dará el futuro al verbo principal, que en este caso es be. Con el verbo to be, como con todos los verbos, se utilizará la forma básica. Will your friend be at the party? Tu amigo estará. El verbo be es ser, estar, ¿no? Tu amigo será en la fiesta, no funciona. Tu amigo estará en la fiesta, o tu amiga, yes, she, and we write the short word. Yes, she will. Okay, yes, she will. Number 3. Hello, Mr. Smith. This is Peter. I, future, be at work today because I'm sick. Estaré en el trabajo hoy porque estoy enfermo. No creo que sea afirmativo. What's the negative form? I will be. I will be. Si ponemos I will be, no tiene sentido la oración. Estaré en el trabajo hoy porque estoy enfermo. No. Mejor si ponemos la forma negativa. Right? I won't. I will not. Exactly. Elia. I want to be at work today because I'm sick. No estaré en el trabajo hoy porque estoy enfermo. Exercise number 4. Those bags look heavy. Let me help. Esas bolsas se ven pesadas. Let me help. I will. Simply, I will carry the big one for you. Llevaré la grande para ti. Now, my brother, speak to me. No me hablará o me hablará porque está enojado. Speak. The verb is speak. ¿Me hablará porque está enojado? No, negative, right? Tiene que ser algo negativo. Won't speak to me. My brother will not speak to me. Won't speak to me because he's very angry. Okay, number 6. What time the sun rise tomorrow morning? El verbo es rise, levantarse, surgir, salir. ¿A qué hora saldrá el sol? Mañana en la mañana, mañana por la mañana. Entonces simplemente añadimos el auxiliar. What time will the sun rise tomorrow morning? Exactly. Number 7. Question. Auxiliary. Will you be 20 years old next month? Will you be 20 years old? Porque decimos con el verbo to be la edad, ¿recuerdan? I am, you are, he is. She is 20 years old. Para el futuro vamos a seguir usando el verbo to be, solo que con will. Will you be 20 years old next month? ¿Tendrás 20 el siguiente mes? No, I won't. No hay otra forma negativa más que no, I won't. Yes. Number 8. Flight CX793 depart. El verbo es depart. Partir. From gate 12 in 10 minutes. Va a partir. Va a salir del portón 12. So, flight CX793 will depart from gate 12 in 10 minutes. Yes. Number 9. Do you think people, the verb is live. Future of live, will live. Do you think people will live on the moon in your lifetime? ¿Crees, piensas que crees que la gente va a vivir en la luna durante tu vida? ¿Lograrás ver eso? Number 10. Yes, maybe the verb is bake, hornear. Some cookies tomorrow, algunas galletitas mañana. Maybe tal vez, Horneé, tal vez hornearé. Maybe I will bake some cookies tomorrow. Number 11. Are you ready to order, sir? Yes, thank you. I will have a hamburger. Muy pronto van a ver este will también en otras posiciones en el siguiente módulo. Number 12. It will be midnight in 10 minutes. Será medianoche en unos minutos. It's time to go to bed. Hora de irse a cama. Number 13. When do you think we will have our next test? When do you think we will have our next test? The verb is have. ¿Cuándo creen que tengamos nuestro próximo examen? Today. Hoy mismo. Number 14. Maybe it will rain tomorrow. Tal vez llueva mañana. Maybe it will rain tomorrow. And maybe it, y tal vez no. And maybe it won't. Tal vez no. Okay. Number 15. Will you marry me? ¿Te casarías conmigo? ¿Te casarás conmigo? Will you marry me? Yes, I will, obviously. Will you marry me? ¿Te casarás conmigo? Yes, I will. Okay. Very good. So now I have to take into account what comes next. Good. Very good, guys. I will see you
Teacher,
next session. Yes.
teacher,
Yes, okay.
yo paso las clases en el celular y muchas veces no me da para escribir tan rápido como los otros. Entonces no
Yes.
tengo participación.
Sí, yo
Okay,
también estoy
no
pasando, teacher,
problem.
por celular.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Porque hay que ir a los 3 puntitos, activar la escritura y recién escribir y ya hasta eso ya 5 compañeros ya escribieron.
Exactamente, yo entiendo perfectamente. No es tan limitante esto de la participación ni tampoco tan discriminatoria. Entonces no se preocupen tampoco tanto sobre eso. ¿Ok? No problem. Very good. Pero sí traten de participar, traten de aprender, traten de escribir algunas cosas, lean el Padlet, vean las plataformas que les he enviado. Si necesitan otras cosas, bueno, Gladys, yes, sir.
Gracias, teacher.
Okay, no, Gladys, no, nothing? Okay, bye-bye. See you next session. Bye-bye.
Good night, teacher.
Good night, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher. Good night.
Good night. Good night.